So guys, gosh, that took so much energy to do. If you guys can tell already, I like just woke up, but before we have the talk that we need to have a talk about, like seriously need to. I mean, not like it's a big surprise. You guys see what it says down there. Let's go on a little journey.
Oh, you may be asking, we are at the airport right now. I don't have my luggage, but I have all this. You may be asking, oh, why do you have all these clothes on? It's freaking summertime. You guys need to mind your business. But we're not here for all the jokes and games. We're here to talk about a very important subject. Number one, what's been going on, where my mind has been at, and just to get a little bit more personal with you guys. For example, this is my first time flying, so I'm really, really nervous. But now I'll let you guys know how it is for all my non-flyers out there. I'm so happy I'm leaving this freaking city. Also, with this being my first time flying, I'm gonna be on this flight for like at least said 3 hours, so none of this looks appetizing. Alright, so yeah, this is as best it's gonna get. Hey, I know I need to shave, but we'll talk about that later. Bro, yeah, you gotta be out of your freaking mind. I guess we're starving, guys. Probably, well, we definitely did find a better option after wandering around here like a lost puppy. If you look behind, all you see is freaking these adult games. It's Las Vegas, they're everywhere. But there still is nothing wrong with a little snacks, because thanks to a very great friend, I have some money to spend. In airports, count your freaking days. Can't stay hydrated for 3 hours on no soda, so there's nothing wrong with some water. There is no reason. These two things, $15.28. New topic of the video, scamming. No, but that is absolutely horrible. My wallet's gonna have nightmares tonight, but all this stuff is happening and it's completely getting outside the point of the video. Can I please get the, what is it called? The wake up shack with 2 eggs? And yeah. Can I also get a sausage, egg, and cheese, please, with two eggs, right? All right, thank you. For my name, that'd be Piper. The crazy part about this whole snack thing is that they literally force you, like, if you're hungry at all, you could be starving. Bring your own food. They're gonna tell you to throw it all away. I just got out of freaking security, and this couple, they bought snacks, chips, drinks. That lady told them to throw it all away. And I was like, dang, it was all unopened too. But I went to go buy this water. It was $4. And I was like, okay, I understand they're trying to make their money. It's a little bit less of a heart attack. But you're telling me I paid $11 for this. This is attempted murder. I'm gonna tear this food up. Got my Shake Shack. So, my Kazuku, we made it in here. After that long flight, for my first flight, I'll definitely, I don't know what to rate it, but I'm not worried about that. But got some of the stuff unpacked. Well, being here wasn't a part of the original plan, but hey, it's where God got me. You know, I can't be nowhere without my Bible. Gotta have God with me at all times. But let's just talk about a very popular topic, and that's gonna be mental health. Well, my mental health to be specific too, but just a little bit about it. But basically, let's just get into the fact that, you know, mental health it's a serious subject, but I don't feel like it's taken serious enough. There are still some people out there that consider mental health like a weak-minded thing, which is very, very, very inhumane and very insensitive, because that is the stuff this stuff is like, this is everything. This up here is everything. This is everything. If there's no this, there's no Piper, there's no Corey, there's none of the people that you love, because this makes their creativity to give you the videos that you love so much, or to give them a lot of the power that they have, the knowledge that they have. And it's like, when you're not good up here, that will ruin everything. Like people that have a full head, you can tell they're like not focused, or people that can't concentrate very well. This really means a lot. It all starts up here and it ends up here too. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I think as a Kazuku, as a family, I need to be honest with you guys on a personal level that, you know, if it's not already obvious, my mental health has been horrible. My mental health has been horrible. And one thing that I really do want to talk about is how irritating it is, like, as a man, that you're just expected to just tough these things out all the time. And that is so inhuman. That I don't care who, like, you got people like this, you got people like that, you got people all over the place that just tell you like, oh, it's just a weakness, oh, just tough it up. That's not real. It's not real. It's not real, and it makes me so mad that people like that just really look down upon stuff like that. Because if mental health wasn't such a real thing, why do you think Corey takes so many breaks? Why do you think, and please forgive me, I know this is a sensitive topic, I don't mean to bring this back up, but then you have our beloved Etika. Why do you think stuff like that happened to these people? Because their mental health wasn't right, and people just weren't there from them. They just mocked them. They were looked at as weak. And you know what people like that think? They're like, okay, if I'm not accepted here, why be here? Why be here? Why stay in a world where I'm not accepted, where I'm just looked at as weak just for needing help? Not Kazuku. That's why a lot of men are so prideful, is because so they don't get the finger, so they don't get that, oh, this is not a man, why are you struggling? You're supposed to be protecting your family, paying all the bills, doing all this, doing all that. There's no definition of a man. It's like whatever the internet. Let's look. Give me a second. It's kind of making me a little heated now. Also, hope you guys are doing well. What is the definition of a man? Definition of a man: an adult male human being. My point exactly. And even the internet disagrees with all these other people that say, oh, a man is this, a man is a person who could provide, a man is a person that can protect, a man. No. So what? I want to ask them, so you're saying like what? Oh, because like, oh, men that need help, men that have their wives work, they're not men? Are people like Kevin Hart not men because they don't do what you consider a man is? Are people like your dad not men? No. I understand what people would consider not men, and I understand there are like the basic standards, but sometimes that stuff really messes with men that are actually trying. Like men that have a lot of pride and don't take a lot of help is because they don't want that finger pointed at them and being called not a man because they need a little bit of help, because they don't fulfill those standards of what people consider a man. I mean, of course, if you're not doing jack squat for your family, okay, you're a crappy man, but you're still a man, just not a very good one, but you're still one. It's just to be considered considered a good man, you have to please all these people, and I'm just tired of it, because I'm not going to continue to put my mental health on the line to please other people that mean nothing to me. And I'm not talking about you guys, I'm talking about people I've had to deal with in my life and just got done dealing with. It's so hard. Like, I would be dropping so much heat. I would be dropping bars. I'll be dropping more bars than the Snickers company. I'll be dropping more heat than a Kendrick album on my YouTube channel if I had the ability to post more, if it wasn't so messed up here. If I had decent parents, if I had decent freaking parents like Nick 830. I look at content creators like him, and I just get a little jealous, because I look at people like him and I just think like, dang, why do these suckers make it look like it's so hard just to be a decent human being, just to be decent, good parents? His parents, I mean, we all had our disagreements with our parents, even he did, but at least they gave him a chance of a year. Do you know what I would do if I had 365 days? And to my knowledge, he didn't have a girl. He doesn't have kids. He stopped going to school. He doesn't work. He dedicated 365 days to freaking YouTube. Do you know what I would do with that? Some people are just a lot more blessed than others. And look, it's not his fault that he was blessed with a good family. And I'm not here to talk about him, but I was just using him as an example. Like, this is how important mental health is. Like, I understand, like, sometimes you just have the discipline. You just have to have the discipline to just do these things, right? But sometimes, like I said, your mind is stronger than everything. If this is messed up, none of this matters. None of this matters. Like, for example, whoa, yeah, Onion Boy. Look, you guys can flame me as much as possible. Look, I deserve it, but I haven't showered for like a week, because I just been so stuffed up. My mind is bloated right now. Like, it is just stormy, nothing but fog, and I am just now at the start of getting through these things. And sometimes I would talk to God. I'll be like, hey God, like, why haven't you gotten me out of this? You know, and sometimes I feel like he doesn't hear me. But that hasn't took my love away from him. I got baptized recently. You know, on the flight here, I was really thinking to myself, like, yes, this is the start. This is where I get to prove myself to those that I love and care about. And I don't have very many people like that. I don't consider my family a family. I really don't, because even my professional counselor, my therapist at the time, told me that what they were doing just wasn't right. Mentally and emotionally abusive. And this is not even just, that's just from the little bit. My past goes way back into all different types of abuse except sexual. So, dude, there has been so many things that has happened in my life that people just expect me to tough out, and that is so robotic. It's not real. It just makes me think of the Romans, you know, like how Romans, what was it, like they're born at 5 and they instantly go to war, or they're like instantly, you know, taught how to fight. They only eat, sleep, and drink war. They're birthed into that stuff. They don't get the opportunity or the luxury to feel love, to feel sadness, genuine sadness, or like happiness, you know, of things that are not warlike. They don't get the luxury of living life. That's robotic, and that's what people consider man back then. That's robotic. Try to cut somebody's head off nowadays and get happy about it. Watch what's gonna happen. Like, if you look at my face, I haven't shaved for a minute. I haven't brushed my teeth, but guys, it's like when your mental health gets so bad to the point where you can't perform basic functions for yourself, especially for someone like me, because when you deal with a lot of negativity through your whole life, and then if you're someone like me that didn't have a lot of people to cope with, you start to cope with things like the literally me characters, you know, Patrick Bateman, Ryan Gosling, Homelander, all those literally me characters. For me personally, I had my fair share of that, and my characters specifically are Joker, Jason Todd, Jesse Pinkman, but I relate more to Jesse Pinkman because he was always considered the bad guy. And like that one dude from, what is it called, Mr. Robot said, you never experience true hate until you hate yourself. And that is real, because if anybody else hates you, you can get away from that person. Even if it's someone important, you can always get away from them. But if it's your own, if you hate yourself, you can't get away from yourself. You will constantly remind yourself how much you hate yourself, because I know what it's like, because I fall into that category because of everything that I've been through. And And, you know, I've had my fair share of temptations. Fair share of temptations. And God has saved me from a lot of them. Like, by putting locks on guns. People see that. If people see that as weak, get away from them. Because us as humans, we have the right to our emotions. And I think you are very strong for surviving for a long time while dealing with people that think you're weak, and while going through more, because that's exactly what I was doing. I was in a bad headspace. I have been homeless. I've been in Jason Todd's situation where the person that I thought was my hero never came to save me. Never did. And more on top of that, being bullied, all this other stuff. This isn't going to be a trauma dump, but I'm just saying, like, I haven't had a good life. I haven't had a good childhood. I haven't had nothing like that. And I don't have a lot of people. I've never had a lot. And people would always tell me to just tough it up. Look, my people will tell you, all the people that I still talk to this day, I am there for my people because I know how serious this stuff is. It is a blessing, and really take advantage if you have help. If you ever feel like your mental health is not very great, because this literally me stuff, it's not cool. We don't do it for kicks, and people think it's cringy, but it's not, because it's for people like us that don't have nobody that has our backs. We lean on them. I lean on Jesse Pinkman. I lean on Jason Todd when I should be leaning on God, but sometimes it truthfully feels like God doesn't hear me because of all the stuff I constantly go through. I mean, yes, he has blessed me. I still love him, but sometimes I'm like, dang, man, like, why am I still going through this? I have done nothing to no one. I have been nothing but nice, and I still have to constantly deal with wicked people every single day. Every single day, and I have done nothing to them. Nothing. Mental health, my Kazuku, is very, very, very important. Very important. It is totally normal to seek help when you need it, because the community is so small, but the people you are around, really analyze them, because we are around so many wicked, deceitful serpents that do not care as much as they say they do. They can say I love you, but all that stuff is just talk. It's just manipulation into softening you up so then they can stab you right in the back. I've been through it so many times, and I just got out of it, and it is not fun at all. It is not fun at all, and it's honestly crap. Like, it pisses me off on how people just neglect those who really truly need help, that consider this stuff weak. If your mentality is so bad to the point where you can't even, like, even me, for someone, I hate myself a lot for no reason. It was just carved into my head by all the people that, you know, all these other people, and I'm working on it. But even while not liking myself very much, I still have enough decency and self-respect to do basic things for myself, like shower consistently, take care of myself. But it has gotten so bad to the point where I dread even waking up, and I just sit in my own gloom, my own mist of just despair, just sitting in my cloud of sadness, praying that someone rescues me. Because as much as people want to be like, oh, you're a man, you're supposed to have everything figured out, you're supposed to be strong, you're supposed to be this, you're supposed to be that. Yeah, I'm supposed to, but I'm not right now. I can understand for people that were raised like that to have it all figured out, raised by men, and then there's people like me that have not been raised by any sort of figure at all. I had no male figure in my life, so I have to do all this by myself. So it's even harder. It's even harder. It's even harder, and people just expect me to tough it out when they spew all these nasty words toward me. And then people want to be like, oh, you have no reason to be so upset. That's not nothing. There are people out there that are dying every day. You know, sometimes people that are in my position, they wouldn't mind being those people that, you know, end up getting taken home early by the Lord. But we must fight. We must fight, because it doesn't matter who's went through more trauma. It doesn't matter if a guy freaking watched his wife die in his arms, or if a guy got divorced by his wife for 20 years and lost his kids. Some people will say he went through more. Some people will say he went through more. It doesn't matter who went through what. It just matters that both of them need help. Both of them do, and neither of them are weak. And people just expect you to walk it off like their bosses for both these dudes still expect them to come in tomorrow. How? That is so robotic and unreal. Take a break, my brother or sister, king or queen. Someone take a break. That is serious. Sometimes you don't even just need professional help. Sometimes you just need a break. Just take care of yourself, guys. Like, really find your group of people and really take care of yourself, guys, because all you have is yourself. Like I said, it starts with this and it ends with this at the end of the day. And you just want to have people in your life that will make life so much stuff to not be the villain that people swear I am. And I still haven't done anything like that. I'm still the same PiperXGaming, but it's like, it feels like I can't even be Piper. I can barely be Daedrian. It feels like some days it just feels like I'm a corpse walking because of how bad things are, just because of how badly I just want things to be over. People always have said that your friends and your wives and stuff, they will be the family that you wanted instead of the bloodline you were forced into. Like I said, I'm just now in the process of getting myself out of it. After I got baptized, I told myself, like, this is the new beginning. At the end of the day, as long as you're doing as much as you can, you're a man. No matter what people say to your fiance, to your wife, to your girlfriend, you'll still be your husband. To your kids, you'll still be their father. To your mother, you'll still be their son. In that house, you'll still be the man of the house. Like I said, if you're just like not doing anything, then of course, you know, you're not going to be considered a man, because as a human, we can only do so much. Especially if we're like in difficult situations, like living in Vegas, living in Texas, California, all these high places. It's not bad. No, it doesn't matter where you live. It's not bad to ask for help. It's just unfortunate for people like me that have to live life even harder because they weren't given the right influence to even survive out here. I had been on my own before I even graduated. I mean, I graduated. Oh, I graduated, boy. The fact that things were so bad that I had to leave before then, like I couldn't even finish. I couldn't. I literally couldn't. And God was just helping me every step of the way. I have yet to go to therapy or nothing, but just really take care of yourself, guys. If you have the strength to, take care of yourself. Become your best self, because soon you'll be able to escape this cloud of gloom, this cloud of despair. It feels like I'm raving and I'm just sitting in this cloak of just negative energy. Soon you will find your luxury. Now, I don't mean a 10-bedroom mansion with 8 butlers and 16 cars. I mean something that's valuable to you, that you can enjoy, that will help you heal. Because a lot of the reason why some of this stuff in my life hits so hard is because I haven't had the chance to heal. So it's like you're cutting into an open wound. Not even like reopening a wound. You're cutting that same, the wound is still open because it never had time to heal. See? That took less than 5 minutes. That's how bad it gets. That your mental health can't even do 5 minutes of self-care because it's so bad. And people would always say like, oh, if you're in a bad situation, just do something about it. Believe it or not, there are actually situations in your life where you can't do nothing about it. And you just have to be patient and wait for the outcome that you either plan for or until opportunities are presented. Sometimes you do have to wait. Sometimes you can't do anything about it. Especially for a person in my position where I still didn't have control in my life when I left. Like men are just expected to tough things up, like when they lose their kids. I mean, some men deserve it, but some men just begin screwed over by the women. And I understand, I know women struggle with their mental health too. And throughout this whole video, I'm talking about all mental health, not just men. I know I may say a lot about men's mental health. That's because it gets put to the side a lot, but women's mental health is important too. Everybody's mental health is important. And it's quite sad how frowned upon it is. Because I don't know why it's considered weak to have emotions, to be sad. That's exactly why people make the decision to take themselves away. Because they feel like they have no place here because of how you guys make them feel so weak. We're supposed to be a community. We're supposed to lift each other up. You know, sometimes I don't want a therapist. Sometimes I just want someone to talk to. And the last thing I need is to be told I'm weak, because for everything I've been through, everything, you guys don't know a lot about me. You guys don't know a lot about me, and my background was not pretty. Not for like any crimes or nothing. I'm cleaner than soap. But I'm just saying, like, my past wasn't that great. YouTube is mainly something that I wanted to do because it was a platform that I could, number one, share the gospel, and number two, just find people that actually like me. Being looked at so horribly my entire life, and getting the word from my counselor, professional. I told her everything, even my part, like where I messed up. She was still like, yeah, that environment is abusive. And just going through all that for basically 18 years of my life. All you can ask for is just people that actually like you, instead of being so hated so much. Like, what did I ever do? I'm not a villain. I'm not the Joker. I'm not Jacqueline Phoenix. Like he said, what is it with you people? Jason Todd, all that stuff, that literally me stuff. I'm trying to get away from that, because that stuff is very self-destructive. As much as like people like us like to use it as a coping mechanism, it also is very self-destructive, especially that stuff isn't healthy. It isn't the treatment that we need. It's just our way of coping, like I said, because we don't have nothing else to help. We don't have no one to help us. So that's why I really ask that if you guys can go get help, please go get help. Please. This is not fun. It's not fun living like this. It's not. Every day is a fight for your life when you're in a position like mine, or in someone else with a bad mental health, and it's really not good. I really pray that you guys get taken care of, and that you guys' mental health is in check, and that you guys don't let it get that bad. And if you're ever in a situation like how I explained earlier, where you can't do much about it, I pray for I give you strength. Please, I give you strength. I give you strength to go through it. I give you strength. I give you my prayers, because it sucks. And I'm not gonna lie that the financial freedom and the free schedule that YouTube would give me would definitely be a blessing, because then I could take the time to heal instead of dive right back into battle. And then I could also promote more, help you guys more, talk to you guys more. I mean, as sure as the community grows, it'll be harder to talk to you guys, but it won't be impossible. Especially like if we do meet and greet and stuff, talk to all you guys, like, hey, how are you guys doing? Just a simple, hey, are you okay? And for all the people who ask me, am I okay? And I'm not. I'm really not. I haven't been okay. Yes, I got my fiance and stuff, but can't love her the way I want to. I can't worship God the way I want to while this is still so grungy and muddy and stuff. So I just gotta clean up my mind. I'm gonna try to get back into YouTube. I'm not saying like I'm gonna be gone for 3 years or something. I'm just saying, like, I mean, it's already hard to post, but that's where I've been. I've just been trying to get by every day. I just tell all my people that have mental issues, regardless of what you're going through, who cares? Who cares? Because sometimes you don't even have to go through nothing. Some people are just born with a bad mental space, because depression could run in your family, or just because your living style. Don't think that you have to go through something traumatic to be considered bad mental health. No, anything. If you feel like if you feel like you have a bad mental health, get it checked out, please. It's horrible. Like, it's so easy to feed into that negative side. To be that monster that everyone swears you are. Like Joker, he's unfiltered. Like, whatever he thinks he says, whatever he thinks he does, like, his mind is corrupted. It's like the worst of the worst. Joker's mind is like peak insanity. For someone to not let their mind go there, especially when they're constantly going through stuff. And more on top of that, like, they had a bad past and they haven't healed from it, and then they endure more stuff on top of it. I also know that a lot of my kazaku, or a lot of people, they also deal with voices, outside voices, different influences like your parents, your friends, associates, people that have different perceptions and suggestions for what you should do in your life. Like I know a lot of teenagers, me included, struggled with parents that would always tell you, oh, you need to do this, make this money, you need to work this job, or this is what you should do, this, and it could be stressful. That kind of pressure can be stressful, especially when you're directed towards something that you don't want to do and you only do it just to make them happy. And it's okay, because I understand that sometimes, like, yes, they do have good intentions, they just don't want you to fail. But sometimes people would influence those suggestions on you. Like, if you don't do what I'm telling you to do, like if you don't go out there and become an electrician, you're going to be a failure because they make the best money. It's the best thing for you. If you don't do this, you'll be a failure. Those people in your life, all I'm going to say is that take things with a grain of salt. Like, if you truly believe in your heart that with something that you want to do it. Now, I'm not saying like, I believe I want to be a gangbanger. No, I'm saying like, if something truly makes you happy, like being a YouTuber. If you're like, hey mom, I want to be a YouTuber, and she's like, no, you need to be a freaking electrician and be a YouTuber. Try it out at least. And they're gonna talk smack, they're gonna say some stuff against you and say you do what you gotta do for YouTube and you blow up. They're still, everyone, not just your parents or people that you didn't do what they want to do, but just everyone in general, everyone that is gonna have something to say about you. And that just shows how unhappy they are with their lives, that they put more energy towards putting you down than to fixing their own lives. I'm dealing with a lot of people that swear they were my friends, my supporters, and they turned against me, and now they're like one of my biggest haters. People are so two-faced, like literally, not even talking about the villain, like literally two-faced. It's just so sad, you know. That's another reason why people like us feel so alone, because we can never find those true souls, even when you're wrong. If the important people in your life really love you, they will change / compromise for you and for your wishes, for your goals, for your desires. Like, if you chose to be a YouTuber instead of go to college like how they want you to, they should at least give you a chance, a time limit, some type of contract, some type of chance to at least prove yourself. Like, prove them wrong and show them that what you want is better than what they want you to do. Say like being a YouTuber is a completely stupid idea compared to what they have set up for you. Especially if they have it set up for you like, okay, we got your college money saved up for you, we got your bus ready, we're ready for you, got your stuff packed, you're ready for you to take off. But you're like, no mom, no dad, no aunt, or whoever important is in your life, you're like, no, I want to do this. Even if it's stupid, some type of contract, time limit, something to prove myself, to prove you wrong, and if I'm wrong, then I'll go with what you want me to do until I figure out something else. Or just, God works wonders. He saved lives. So that's why I still follow him, and that's why you guys should too. Praise the Lord that I'm still here, because there are many opportunities. I'm also trying to grow my relationship with God and just build my faith, and part of my faith is believing that things will get better, whether that's with YouTube or just with my life in general. I believe that things will get better, and you guys should too, because I'm not only am I rooting for you, God's rooting for you, your friends, the family that you do have, whoever is in your life, blood or not, you have people rooting for you. Why do you think we get tempted by the devil, but not physically? No. Mentally, your thoughts start running when you're put in certain situations, temptations. Take care of yourself, my Kazaku. Take care of your mind. Take care of all of you. Please take care of yourselves. I want this community to be positive, and I want you guys to really take care of each other. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. And that's all I have to say for now. And until then, it's your boy PiperXGaming, signing out to see you guys in the next video. Believe it or not, there will be a next video that you guys will be a part of. Give you guys a hug. There you go.